Hello and welcome back. My name is Nick Wadani. Thank you so much for tuning in today. So this pose is called the tabletop, and this is a really good counter pose to the chest and heart opener. So if you've just finished that one, this is a good next step. So after back bend, you can do a forward bend. So counter poses usually work in opposites. So how to do this? This is very similar to a downward dog, but you're not going to have some of the main problems that you see with downward dog. So in downward dog, the hands are pressing onto the ground, your hips are coming up, and this can cause a lot of pressure on people's wrists. I can't tell you how many students do too much downward dog and they start to develop wrist problems. So this is going to rather be a solution for that, because instead of pressing your palms flat down, your hands are going to be rotated like this. So you're holding the balance bar in this position. Why is that important? Because in downward dog, the cueing is generally to rotate your triceps in. So this externally rotates your arm bone, which sets your shoulders into their socket. So this is supposed to be an anatomically more healthy position for your shoulders. So what happens when you hold a balance bar? You externally rotate your arms. This sets your shoulder blades in a much more safe and stable position. So this is your alternative to downward dog. And you're going to get the same benefits of the spinal lengthening, the extension, and the stretch across your backside and hamstrings. So how to do it? I like to do it with a wide stance, but it can be done with variations in the width there. And take the balance bar in front of you, and a little bit further than your arms, bring your hips backward. I'll show you a few different views. And slide your hands to about shoulder height, and lengthen your spine backward. So from the side view, how to get into it, my feet are wide, the tip is, or the base is just a little further than the tip, the top, and as my hips come back, the bar can come forward, and then I can lengthen my spine here. So notice, if my hands are too high, that's going to create too much pressure on the shoulder. Alright? If it's too low, it's going to create more pressure on the back. So I like to find about horizontal, even position from hands, shoulders, and hips, but depending on your body proportions, that may change. So find what feels comfortable to you. Alright? Now also, if your head drops down, this may strain your neck. So keep your ears between your arms, more or less. And it's okay to keep a bend in your knees. So if your hamstrings feel tight, or if your back feels tight, bend your knees, and you can lengthen this way. Alright, so I'm engaging my triceps a little bit, the muscles under my arms, to protect the shoulders, and you want to feel like an even pressure across the whole body, not all the pressure on one particular point, but spread the stretch out all the way across the backside, all the way to the hands. Alright, so there's variations. Once you're here, I like to shift around a little bit. You can shift your hips side to side. You can even bend your knees a little bit, left to right. You can turn or kind of curl the sides of your body. So play around a little bit. Find what feels good. I like to do a little cat and cow motion with the spine, and just warm it up that way. Also, it's okay to bend your elbows, especially if you feel tension in your shoulders. Bend your elbows a little bit to take that pressure off. Alright, it's really important not to overdo any of these. Make sure you're breathing comfortably. If you're holding your breath, you're probably overdoing it. Alright, so then when you're ready to come up, bend your knees and return. So this is an alternative to downward facing dog, one of the most common yoga poses you'll see. So if that's hard for you, try this instead. Alright, and I'll show you now in the next video a variation where you can create a twist from this position that feels amazing. Alright, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time.